I was just on a trip for 7 days. But I was gone out of my house for 10 days. And while I was gone, I used social media in the least ways possible. I didn't have any service. I wasn't able to text anybody because I was out of the country. It was amazing. But I don't think it was just about the vacation that made it amazing. The ability to kind of rediscover yourself, rediscover your purpose. When you're by yourself, you have to be by yourself. You have to separate yourself from not just the world sometimes, but your environment. You know, you have to step in new places within yourself so that you can then grow, so then you can sprout new seeds. You can plant new seeds, and you know, those seeds can grow. You know, I'm all about growth. And I needed everything that happened to me. You know, everything that hurt me, everything that you can think of on that same wavelength. I needed that to happen so that I could go on that trip, so that I could isolate myself, so that I could, you know, do what I wanted to do. But honestly, we need some space from people. You know, and sometimes people and things are going to hurt us. You know, and I feel like when people hurt us, we have to realize that forgiveness isn't for them, it's for us. You know, and sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes we make mistakes. But I feel like even with yourself, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, it's okay that I'm not perfect. You know, that it's okay that I messed up. It's a part of that growth. You know, and I messed up sometimes. And like I said, we make mistakes, but it's okay to restart. You know, it's okay to restart. I actually just, this tree right here, I basically let it die. But I'm gonna repot it. I'm gonna nurture it. I'm gonna care for it. You know, I'm going to treat it right this time. Because when you put things in the right environment, when you put things in the space that it needs to be, you allow it to grow. Setbacks are going to happen, especially when you're trying to better yourself. Setbacks are going to happen. But what you do in those setbacks is what really matters. You know, I feel like it's about getting uncomfortable. But you get so uncomfortable that is your new normal. You have to force yourself to do some of these things. You have to force yourself. But when the time is right, if you need 1 day, 2 days to just be to yourself, you know, just to detox away from all these different energies and all these different people, then you have to do that for yourself. Nobody's gonna know when you're gonna need space. Nobody's gonna know when you're tired of them. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's going to know. But it's up to you to create that space for yourself. And when you come back, you will attract beautiful everything. A beautiful environment. You see, when I first got home, I was faced with the struggle though. I was locked out of my house, bro. I was on that street right there. I was basically on this street right here. I had to climb up with my hands. And I did some parkour. I got up here and I got in the house. There's going to be obstacles that come your way. What are you going to do when those obstacles present themselves? You have to keep trying. You know, you have to keep trying to better yourself, to evolve, to become the best version of yourself. But you owe it to yourself to give yourself some time for you. To just sit there in silence sometimes. To do the things that you like to do. Because I need you to remember that you are important too. Your time is important. Your energy is important. The way you think about yourself is important. Because you bring joy to the world. You bring positivity to the world. If you were to leave right now, you would create an imbalance in the world. Remember that. Remember that you are special and that you are cared for. You are always cared for. Say it with me. I am always cared for. If you're still here right now, if you're still breathing, this is God always protecting you. God guiding you to become one with Him, one with peace. But I feel like we have to learn how to let go. And too much of something, overconsumption of something isn't good as well. And that's why taking this time away and just being away from everything. Going to the beaches and going to the island and going to these different things. I needed that. I saw a different change. I saw something sparked within me. And sometimes we need a change of scenery. We need something to change in order for us to see change. And now I'm back and I'm much more motivated. Probably because I've done things already I've done uncomfortable things already. I'm just gonna keep it rolling. Keep trying to be the best version of myself. I'm done being scared of what people think of me. When you care about what people think of you, you stop living the life that you need to live. And you lose some of your authenticity, you lose some of your joy. You have to be like a child again and do what really makes you happy. Yes, we always have responsibility. Yes, we have things that we need to do. We got work, we got school. We got people to take care of. We have people to love, people to tend to. So it's important for us to always take time for ourselves. Because you are the key in everything. You are the key to everything. You are the key. And you are important. You are special. You are living this life. So when you're really contemplating on giving up on something, when you're contemplating on, the problems in your life, when you're pondering, when you feel like you have a lot going on, maybe it's not about diving straight deep into the problem. Sometimes it's better to just take your steps back, analyze the problem, take your steps back and try to figure out what really went wrong, what really is the problem at hand. You want to watch the problems. You want to watch the waves. You don't want to dive straight into the waves. Surf the waves. Be with the current. Go with what's speed is the current going at. And when you look at clear water, is the water clear when the waves are crashing? No. Just like your mind. Your mind is never going to be clear if it's being crashed with negative thoughts, if you're trying to crash it with negative thoughts and positive thoughts. And sometimes when we're trying to go with the flow, a negative wave might come through and it might push us back, but we keep moving with the current. We keep going with the flow. We move back with the wave and we push it forward. You take in all that negativity. You take in the things that you fear, and you embrace them, and you push it out with positivity, with your love. That's what I mean. If somebody cuts you off in traffic, no, you don't cut them back off. You don't honk your horn. You accept that. and you push out more positivity and you think about what they're going through in their shoes. That's just an example. We take a lot of things for granted, and that's just one thing that I realized. The simple things. Life without the phone, because it is that damn phone. No social media had me realizing that I didn't even know how to talk to people. It had me realizing that I was always comparing my life to other people. Your life is truly amazing when you just look at everything that you have. You're probably watching this off a TV or off a phone. You know, you might be watching this off of your game system. You might be watching this off something, but I feel like it has to come from the core. You know, the core reason for why you got that thing. You know, and you can even go deeper. You know, why do we always have to be in the need for the next best thing? When we need to be grateful for what we have right now. And we need to deal with the problems that we have at the core of us before we try to deal with the other problems outside of us. A plant doesn't grow from outside. It grows from within. So I feel like it's very important for you to really just become that version of yourself. That person who tries really hard to work on their problems, who tries really hard to eliminate that fear, that person who tries even though it's difficult, even though it's hard, you try. And this is why it's important for you to be alone, because nobody's gonna know how hard you're trying. Not everybody's gonna pat you on the back. You pat yourself on the back. You journal. You meditate. You be in silence. That is you becoming the best version of yourself. And some people might not like to be alone. You might not like to be alone. You might feel that you're lonely, but you're never lonely. God is always with you. God is everything around us. The sunset. God created all. Our Creator created all of this. This had to be created by something, you know? Just be grateful. That's all I'm trying to say. Become the best version of yourself each and every day. It's gonna be uncomfortable sometimes, though. You're gonna be placed in uncomfortable situations. Like I said, I had to do some parkour. You know, I have to push these weights. You know, I want a nice body. I have to push these weights. I have to get in shape. You can't really see the growth that day. You might get a little pump. The pump goes away. But then there's pain, there's soreness, there's stress. But that's only temporary. You have to be put through some type of pain in order to grow. You owe it to yourself to do the healing that you need to do. You need to learn the way of, you know, getting away from all the things that you don't really want to attract, or you really exclude all the things that you don't really want in your desired reality. And what is your desired reality? That's the place where everything seems like it's going right. The place where you are in the flow state, where everything's just flowing. You're creative, you're chasing your dreams, you're following your passion, you're living for you, you're not living for anybody else. Where's that person at? It's in here. And you need to find that from being alone. Being away. Not trying to be like other people. You can't find yourself by trying to look for yourself everywhere if you haven't found yourself in here. Water yourself first. Water yourself first. Water your own flowers. Water your garden. And watch how the butterflies start to attract around your garden. Watch the beautiful flowers that go from the seeds that you sprout. The seeds that you spread. Because you were able to water your own flowers. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to nobody else. You owe it to God, but our Creator. You know, and I really just wanted to show gratitude to everybody who made it this far. Because I want you to know that you are loved. You are loved. Always. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm back. We're consistent every single day. I'm recording every single day. I got to. It's only right. I love each and every one of you. Y'all have a blessed one.